And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Carl H. Wiener Center in the campus of Defiance College. Jim Bellamy and Jim Funderburg getting the band back together with Eric Herman running the production tonight. Jim, it's been a while since you've been in the Wiener Center, and it's your first time being on Coach Marv Hohenberger court.
Yeah, I'll tell you what a wonderful change this is, too, Jim. You know, for anybody that doesn't follow us or hasn't been around for the last, I guess, almost 20 years now, because we started almost 20 years ago doing these games here at the Carl H. Wiener Center, and did about 8-10 years of Defiance College basketball, some of the best years going. And I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with the new floor and the new look here in the Wiener Center. Yeah,
the dedication, I believe, close to a couple years ago now, with Coach Marv Hohenberger. Certainly very admired and respected coach in Defiance College history. They did a nice court dedication and had some of the student athletes back to celebrate with him that day. And now we look forward to seeing, not only for the first time, the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders, but also really it's kind of, in a way, our first time is seeing the Defiance College Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
And we say that because of the amount of turnover they had in the offseason. A lot of new faces make up this Defiance College Yellow Jackets team.
When you take a look at this team, you got transfers coming in by the names of Connor Bush. He's coming over from Lansing Community College. He was an all-region player and averaged almost 20 a game last year. Devontae Curry was a big scorer for Edison State. Zaham Bradwell nearly averaged a double in conference play in the Lake Michigan Community College last year. And then you bring a bunch of freshmen in, and you never know what you got with that. But when you bring in the transfers, I think that's something that is different than what you and I did a number of years ago. So before we get to the freshmen, what do you think of this? Being able to move people around, you kind of get them in the portal, so to speak, on a much lower level than Michigan and Ohio State, but you still have players on this level moving around too, Jim.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, I think that's one of the things that Coach Josh Gibson talked about when he did his preseason preview with the local paper. He talked about how NAIA is not immune, D3 and NAIA, not immune to the transfer portal.
Yeah.
It's not as robust as it is, obviously, in Division I, but it's still there.
Yeah.
And it's something that Coach Gibson has to act and react to, and he did really a good job, despite losing, I forget how many players it was. I want to say it was close to 5 or 7 or something like that. But being able to restock and be able to reload and get ready for this year. And it's, frankly, last year was a year that you just like to kind of turn the page on. And I know that Coach and his staff have done that. They ended up losing 22 consecutive games down the stretch, and that's 4 shy of the school record of 26, which is not a note of distinction that you want to try to match. So I think you are hungry tonight to get that first dub, that first game, get that dub under your belt, and this is home court.
Yeah.
So, home court has to count for something, and we want to be able to start this season off, the Jackets do, with that first home victory.
No doubt about that, and what a great way to get it started, too, with the Purple and Gold tournament like this. If I remember, am I correct? Wasn't the Purple and Gold back in the day a little bit later in the season, or has it always been the opener here in the last time? I seem to remember it more of a holiday-type tournament.
You're absolutely right that the Purple and Gold typically was played a little bit later in the basketball schedule. However, it opens up the schedule this year, and it's kind of a unique wrinkle in that Great Lakes Christian comes in only playing 1 game, and this is the opening contest for the Jackets. So, again, like we talked about, it's a new look, and it's a whole lot of new players out there, players that some for the Jackets that you're familiar with. You get the Jury brothers, you get, just taking a look at the lineup, you get Evan Park, you get Will Gelhausen, Heath Cash, players like that. But then you get a lot of players, as Jim mentioned, that are coming in, freshmen, and you get a lot of transfers coming in too. So this is a new opportunity for us to kind of see with bated breath what this new look Jackets offense is going to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Last year it was, leaning on the threes a lot, didn't have a ton of post presence, but we're able to work the ball inside and create some mismatch opportunities, typically with Evan. But, this year, it kind of remains to be seen. And that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to is on offense for the Jackets, is it going to be a run and gun type 3-point shooting offense like is en vogue with basketball, period?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be more of a deliberate, slow the game clock down kind of offense? So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to attention to detail. Seeing what kind of defense the team plays. Are they hustling to the ball? Do they inherently know to double down? Are they playing more man or more zone? I mean, there's so many questions, and we're going to get them answered here in about, I'd say, 5 to 6 minutes.
It should be a whole lot of fun. As you alluded to, Great Lakes Central comes off a win over Miami University Middletown, 80-74. And looking at this crew that's coming in here tonight and the guys that are starting, they're going to put basically 3 seniors and 2 juniors on this court tonight, compared to a couple of juniors, a couple of sophomores, and a freshman for the Jackets tonight. And you expect to see some things out of Darian Banks. He had 19 points the other night. Jocorian Freeman had 21 points the other night. And then coming off the bench, Jalen Johnson scored 12 for them against Middletown the other night. When you take a look at the starting lineups tonight, it's going to be interesting to see how they go, because Devin Watts is a junior. He's 6'3". He's out of Flint. You got Darian Banks, who's a senior, 5'11", out of Southfield. Rashid Dyson, who's a senior, 6'4", out of Chicago. Jacorian Freeman, senior, out of Dallas, Texas, at 6'4", and Latavius Botter, a 6'6", junior, out of Flint, Michigan. This looks like a basketball team that may have been together a little bit. They're all upperclassmen, and they're already got 1 game and 1 win under their belt tonight, Jim.
Yeah, and last year they were a 17-11 program, reached the second round of the NCCAA regional tournament before bowing out to Grace Christian 78-60. So, I mean, an above 500 team, bringing back a lot of juniors and seniors. It is a junior and senior laden team with some young talent coming in as well to help restock. But, again, it's a Jackets team that I think is really hungry, really ready to eliminate what happened last year, wipe the slate clean, and really start anew on Coach Marv Hohenberger court.
And when you go to the other side here tonight, too, Elijah Kess is their 4-year head coach, and he was a Crusader, scored over 1,000 points in his day. So it'll be interesting to see how this young fella and also the Defiance College coach, who is also in year number 4 right now, compare here coaching-wise tonight. 2 younger coaches, been around for a while, but I think probably hitting their stride this year, and I'm sure both these guys are looking for a good season out of their clubs.
Absolutely. And without any further ado, it looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem. So we're going to step aside, and we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get the starting lineups here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees. Accelerated 8-week semesters and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields,
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects. So get your foursome together and come on out. You can also support AVD as a whole sponsor.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
go Jackets!
Now we get ready for the starting lineup. Send it down to Garrett Mansfield on the floor.
6'3" junior from Flint, Michigan, number 0, Devin Watts. A 5'11" senior out of Southfield, Michigan, number 2, Darian Banks. A 6'4" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 4, Rasheed Dyson. A 6'4" senior from Dallas, Texas, number 5, Jacorian Freeman. And a 6'6" junior from Flint, Michigan, number 13, Latavius Vaughter. The head coach for the Crusaders is Elijah Kess, assisted by James Jenkins, Kevin Wright, and Jalen Anderson. And now your starting 5 for your Defiance College Yellow Jackets. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Bardstown, Kentucky, number 0, Donovan Stone. At the other guard, a 6'1" junior from Boscombe, Ohio, number 1, Jordan James. At the wing, a 6'4" junior from Belleville, Michigan, number 3, Connor Bush. At the other wing, a 6'2" freshman from Toledo, Ohio, number 4, Jalen Brown. And at center, a 6'7" junior from Chillicothe, Ohio, number 23, Evan Park. The Yellow Jackets are led by head coach Josh Gibson, assisted by Reggie Gallant, Cliff Snow, Will Garlock, and Nick Newland.
All right, so there you have it, the starting lineups for both squads. You have Watts, Banks, Dyson, Freeman, and Vaughter for the Crusaders. For the Jackets, you have Stone, Jordan Jury, Bush, Brown, and Evan Park playing the center. So, Jim, it's a relatively young team for the Jackets. A couple freshmen getting the start tonight, and it's a little bit of an undersized team compared to the Crusaders too. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play the inside-outside game.
Yeah, it's going to, you're going to have to get good position and box out all night long against maybe a little bit tougher and taller team here tonight.
With the tip, the Crusaders start. We get a foul on the floor on the first shot, so immediately one up and one to the line, as Crusaders will go to the line for a pair.
Rasheed Dyson, the young fellow that was heading towards the rim, and basically the Jackets said, no, we're not going to give you the easy one tonight. You're going to have to earn it from the free throw line. So Dyson will get a first opportunity here to show his stuff from the charity line.
Dyson is 6'4", 175-pound senior. Misses the first one off the back rim. And now the Crusaders adjust, bringing 2 into the paint. Jackets with 4 in the paint. And again, fundamentals going to be huge tonight, given the Jackets are a little bit unsized. Second free throw goes down, and it's 1-0 early. Jackets controlled the top tip as we get a steal. Good block there. 2 good blocks as Dyson tried to go up strong with the left hand, unable. Jackets get the run out, and Jalen Brown, the freshman, showed no fear and a lot of speed on that take.
No doubt about it. If you can beat the full court pressure, you're going to have some easy buckets at the other end. But the critical part of that is beating that full court pressure, right?
Yeah, that's one thing that the Jackets did struggle with a little, as Evan Park gets the strip, knocks it out of bounds. This one will stay with the Crusaders with 8 on the shot clock. But good defense by Evan Park right there. Good job shuffling his feet, getting in position.
Vaughter thought he had an opportunity, and Park was just too much. He said, get that stuff out of here, man. We're not going to let you score around the rim either.
Rebound off the miss This will stay with the Crusaders. Deep three by Watts, no good, and a rebound by the Jackets. Good job by Connor Bush to pull that one down. And the Jackets will reset. Jalen Brown has the ball up top, works it down over to Bush. Bush will take the three. A little strong. Good box out. Rebound that time by Vaughter. You can hear the coach for the Crusaders imploring him to push. Strong left-hand drive. No good, but a foul, and Jalen Brown will send him to the line for a pair.
Well, they're gonna attack the rim. You can see that already. That's their intention. You've yet to see them set up and set up anybody out here for the three-point line. They just want to go to the rim for the easy buckets tonight, Jim. And so far, the Jackets done a nice job cutting that lane off. And a very cold Crusaders team right now. They're 0 for 3 from the floor, and at this point in time, just 1 for 3 from the free throw line.
So early tough start for both squads. Jackets in terms of just being able to possess the ball as the second free throw drops. But at least they monetized that first possession. Good full court pressure right there.
They're trapping in the corner trying to get that ball turned over quickly, and the Jackets now slowing down, figuring it out, did a nice job getting that in the front court.
Park with the ball. Going to use that baby hook. Rebound by Jordan Jury, and he goes up and gets fouled. This foul going, I believe, against Freeman.
Jury with a good job, and that's one of those follow-through type fouls. You lose the ball and you keep on going, and the official, if he's not exactly where he needs to be, he sees all that movement and all that motion, and I think
be contact.
Jury did a really nice job of being able to follow through with that and get that opportunity.
So the free throw no good, as Jury will get free throw number 2 here. Jordan Jury, a 6'2", 170-pound junior. He and his brother Reed, both from Hopewell Loudon High School.
Good basketball school in the state of Ohio, too. I'll tell you what, that's a good thing I think Coach is doing right now, too. Recruiting from around our area has been a very positive sign as well.
So a 2 plus a free throw for the Jackets, just 2 free throws made for the Crusaders. And that makes the score 3-2 if my math is good. Good rejection off the alley-oop right there. Jackets looking to push, but they'll go ahead and set up with a 2-3 zone look. Jumper no good by Jalen Brown. Rebound to the Crusaders, and they'll look to push. Jackets need to get the Crusaders into a half-court offense instead of being able to attack the rim every time. Foul on Park, I believe, on the up. That'll once again send the Crusaders to the line where they've made their only 2 points tonight, have come on 2 shot, make 1, miss 1 free throw opportunities.
That's the third team foul right now against the Jackets as well. Only 1 for 3 different guys at this moment, so that's a plus. But early foul situations here for the Jackets. They're starting to figure this thing out. And very, very cold free throw shooting right now. Coming off the other side is a couple substitutions now coming in for the Crusaders.
Yep, 4 substitutions coming in. Only the shooter remains. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound to the Jackets. That'll go to Connor Bush. And again, you can see the desire for the Crusaders to dictate tempo. They want the Jackets, no runouts. Will force you to set up in your half-court offense. 3 ball, no good off back rim by Donovan Stone. Stone gets the steal off the run out. That one hit off the feet of the defender, but no call. Alley-oop. A little bit of alley, but no oop on that one right there.
Can you tell it's early in the season right now, Jim?
Yes.
Things are not quite timed up real well for either side.
I think both teams looking to make an impact, looking to push. The Crusaders, I think, are dictating tempo very well so far. The Jackets are forced to get into their half-court offense, I think, more often than Coach Gibson would like. I think they want to run just as much as the Crusaders do. But I think it's the Crusaders' speed and their desire to dictate tempo that has forced the Jackets to set up in full and half-court offense pretty much every time down.
Crusaders are 0 for 7 from the floor right now and 2 for 5 from the free throw line.
First free throw no good by Connor Bush, the 6'4 junior out of Belleville High School in Buchanan, Michigan.
Jalen Johnson checks in now, a senior out of Detroit for the Crusaders.
Second free throw up and good. Jackets doubling up the Crusaders early 4-2. Still 17 and change to go here in the first half.
Early on and some early basketball.
Left hand scoop up and good by Jalen Johnson. Jim mentioned he just checked in. Pays immediate dividends for the Crusaders.
Jalen Johnson scored double digits against Middletown the other night. You can see he's that spark plug coming off the bench. They got a couple of them. But automatically, Johnson finally finds a way to get on the board there with a shot from the floor.
Really impressed with the speed so far. That's a walk. Jackets going to turn that one over as Donovan Stone sees the pump fake and sees the opportunity to drive right there as his man had blown by. Problem is he'd already had 1 foot up in the air, then put it back down, then took a step. So the referee calls the turnover right there. And the Jackets turn the ball over. Tied at 4 here with just under 17 to play.
Again, another one of those early season moves, probably giving 3 or 4 more games. That won't happen that way.
Good take up and under by Devin Watts. The left-hander up and good. And the Crusaders take the lead 6-4.
Getting a lot of isolation on that left side. That's a couple times they've had that run out. They've left them a little short up until that point.
Good take right there by Connor Bush. Connor gets fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair. That's 3 team fouls quickly all of a sudden on the Crusaders as well.
Even things up here early on into this first half. And tell you what, you can just see the coaches on both these sides. You can tell they're enjoying what they're doing. They're smiling. I know they're intense at this point in time, but you get those moments where they look away and you can just tell it's good to be on the sideline of a basketball floor on a Friday night for both these young fellas.
And Elijah Kess and Josh Gibson both are pretty young coaches, like you said earlier, as that second free throw goes down. 6-5 now the Crusaders lead on the Defiance College scoreboard. Good full court pressure by the Jackets. That'll keep the run-out opportunities to a minimum. Kick, little walk, extra step. That time Darian Banks turns it over, the 5'11 senior.
Nice job by Connor Bush to stay in front of him and make him turn that thing over. Thought he was going to have a little bit of an opening. He didn't, and all of a sudden he had a stutter step.
Jackets look to reclaim the lead on this possession with a 3 or 2. Park with the ball up top, works it over. He'll get the ball back and an easy lay-in right there for Evan Park. Nice give and go right there and good constant motion.
Nice pick down underneath. Park goes right on by. Sure you're going to see an awful lot of that this year.
Park then commits the foul on the other end on the and one. As Jalen Johnson knocks that left-handed shot down. For Johnson, that's his first field goal of the night. And chance for a 3-point play.
Let's see now. We've got
3 more substitutions coming in for the Crusaders.
2 now on 2 fouls now on Jordan Jury and 1 each on Park and Brown. As you do have to be a little bit concerned about that. Jury, did he come off on that last buzzer? Is he still out there? No, he's still out there.
Free throw, no good. And the rim has been really ice cold teams from the charity stripe. It has not been very charity.
Those brand new rims out here this first game as well, man. They're trying to be as tough as they can be as well.
Tough pressure by the Crusaders on defense as Parks trying to work the ball around. And you can see the bench really imploring the defense as they get the steal and the run out. Park uses the body, and that's a late whistle. I think he was waiting to see if that one was going to drop, and he was maybe going to let that one fly.
Yeah.
But Park commits the foul on the body bump on Evan.
Boy, that's not good. Now you got 2 on 2 starters at this point in time. And you don't want to get down and get into a lot of foul trouble at this point. Well, you never can tell. As early as what we got, we don't have a clue who shoots free throws well. We have no idea who's shooting a three-pointer at this point in time, and we don't know how deep either one of these benches are right now. So I guess we'll just go for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make it play tonight.
I mean, we're kind of learning about as the first free throw. Stop me if you've heard this before. The first one's up and no good. Jalen Johnson not immune to these struggles by both teams from the charity strike.
Number 3, Jalen Winters checked in on that last buzzer there for the Crusaders as well. And, yeah, they're just absolutely free throw wise right now. Let's see. 1, 2.
Second one goes.
They seem like they're hitting 50% that way, but not quite in that order. But 3 of 5.
Full court pressure by the Crusaders. Really making things uncomfortable for the Jackets. Forcing the turnovers, and they've done a good job with that. Not giving them very good shot opportunities as well. Turnaround jumper a little strong. Goes over the backboard. Bush with the miss. Crusaders will push. Kick out to the corner. No three. Real reset back up top. 20 to shoot. Work it down to the side to Winters. Winters stops. Delivers over for 3. That one up and good for Jalen Johnson. The first made 3 of the night for either team.
Johnson now comes off the bench. He has 5 points here for the Crusaders tonight. Crusaders, as we said, they're right now 2 for 6 from the free throw line. The Jackets 3 for 5.
Park, baby hook. Count it.
Nice little move. Looked like he was going to go baseline. The next thing you know, he turns, goes the other way, and boy, that's almost indefensible at that moment. Nice
Crusaders push a little slower this time, Jim.
Nice quick turnaround there.
Delivered up top. Shoulder shake. 18-footer, no good. Goodman on the miss. Jackets deliberate, no full court pressure this time. Work it over to Park, who will distribute. Down the corner to Bush. Bush gets the screen by Park. Spin move. Up. No good, but got the contact, and they'll go to the line for a pair.
See that move inside. I'm not sure who did they call that one on. They
might have been Green, number 25.
There you go, 25 got that one. First time out of the night as well. Look at the shooting percentages right now, Jim, for this thing. 1 for 8 right now for Great Lakes Christian, okay? And they must have counted that as a 2, not a 3, because they've got them still as 0 for 1 from the three-point line. I'm thinking they're missing a shot in there and a made shot somewhere. 2 turnovers right now for Great Lakes Christian. 3 points off for turnovers. 6 total rebounds on the other side. Defiance doing a good job. They got 10 rebounds so far on the night. 7 of them on the defensive end. They've had 4 turnovers. They're shooting 33%. That doesn't sound all that good until you look over the other side and you find 12.5% being shot by Great Lakes Christian. And then you say, hey, 33 and a third ain't too bad right at this moment.
Yeah, that stat has changed a little bit as the live stats show at 9-4 Defiance College leading.
Yeah.
8 more points been put up by the Crusaders since then. So that one that we called a 3 was indeed a triple. The live stats just have to catch up a little bit, I think.
Let's see if we can do a little refresh right now. Yep, there we go, 12-9. We'll try that again one more time. How's that? Looks to me like, there's still a 1 for 8 for Great Lakes and 3 for 9 on the other side. And, the bulk of those have not gotten the score is right, but the individual stats, I think, are off still by a shot or 2.
That's okay. We'll roll with it.
First night of the year for everybody, including the guy taking the stats here this evening.
So Connor Bush to the line for a pair. First one up, rims out. And free throw line has been just tough for both teams. I mean, it's not like they're badly rimming out. These ones are going halfway down and then coming back up as the second one goes down. And it's 12-10 on the Defiance College scoreboard. The Crusaders lead by a pair.
I don't think they've changed the distance from that free throw line this year, right, for the NAIA?
Nope, it's still the same.
It's just
shot no good. Good rebound by the Jackets, but good pressure right there. And we get a tie ball. This one's going to Defiance. Defiance lost the opening tip, and that's the first tie ball with the alternating possession. So the Jackets will keep possession of this one. 29 to shoot, 13-15 to play in the first half.
Got the freshman Carter Sudoff out there for the Jackets right now, just a freshman. And again, a young guy that when you read all the things in the paper, 6'6" freshman out of Spencerville, Ohio, another one of those local guys off a real good high school basketball program.
Took them almost 9 to get that ball across, so good defense again by the Crusaders. They are intense. It doesn't really matter who they bring off the bench, Jim. They're intense as far as the full court pressure and the team speed on defense.
Elijah Kess is into being in your face if he possibly can.
Made 2-point basket, and what always happens, Donovan Stone makes a shot, turns around, plays some extra hard defense right there, and deflects the ball out of bounds. 2 more substitutions coming in for the Crusaders, and that'll be something I think that'll be a regular. We'll be saying that one quite a bit. So if you're keeping the old stick count on us saying substitution for the Crusaders, you'll be making a lot of marks on the paper tonight.
William Green is 25 that came onto the floor right now for the Crusaders.
They're saying this one went out of bounds off of Curry, off the 3-point miss. Devin Watts kind of forced that deflection out of bounds right there. Tough pass out of bounds going into the corner looking for Jalen Winters, but the senior unable to handle that one, and that one goes out of bounds.
Little miscommunications, I think, by the inbound passer, Jacorian Freeman, and young Mr. Winters. Winters going one way. Freeman thought he was going the other way. Winters tried to put the brakes on and get back at it, but it made it tough.
Nice job right there. You know, you always look if you can keep your head up when they're pressuring you, double teaming you.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody who's got to be floating open. It's just the law of numbers.
No doubt about that. And Donovan Stone did a nice job of being able to find the open man underneath the bucket.
No good on the take. Good rebound by the Crusaders, though. The shot clock does not reset. We get a travel on the floor.
Jackets doing a nice job of protecting that rim. Every time it looks like the Crusaders are going to have an easy run to the rim and an easy bucket. There's always a white jersey right there trying to swat that ball away. And Jackets with a massive substitution as they bring in Heath Cash, number 12. They also bring in,
Evan Angsman.
There you go.
And also, you got Heath Cash, yeah.
Yep, and Devontae Curry, 15 on the floor right now, too. So, interesting substitutions for both of these teams. So, trying to keep these legs fresh here early.
Open look for 3. Got to get that one. Oh, that one rims out. That was close. Shot going almost all the way down by Angsman, the freshman out of St. Mary's. And he influences the shot on the other end as we get a run out.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Get an and one. I heard a roar, and I thought maybe at first that was the Crusaders bench on the travel right there because it looked like he might have slid that foot. Instead, we get a 2-point make and a chance for an and one. Going to the line is Carter Sudhoff, another one of those freshmen. He's out of Spencerville, Ohio.
Nice job. The freshman looked more like a junior on that one. Was able to set his feet, let the air traffic go by him, knock it in, get the foul, and the only thing he didn't do is convert that 3-point play.
Deep 3.
Wow.
Bottoms.
Darian
take for
Banks.
the Crusaders as Banks knocks that one in, Jim.
I'll tell you what, he got himself set up. That's an NBA 3 right there.
16-15 your score.
Maybe that's their problem. Maybe they've been a little too close to the bucket when they've been turning those things loose early.
I might have to ask Tiffany if they did, in fact, change the distance of the free throws.
I know they haven't, but it sure looked like it the way both teams have been shooting free throws right now.
2 in the shot clock forces a bad pass turnover again. That's just all team speed. And I think that goes back to why the Crusaders are subbing as much as they are.
Yeah.
Because they play with such pace and tempo. On the defensive end, they are really aggressive, and I like to see it.
Great Lakes Christian now 2 of 12. And 2 of 4 from 3.
10.5 to play here in the first half. Jackets lead 16-15 in what has been a very competitive, albeit a little bit sloppy, opening half. And again, it's basically your first game, Great Lakes Christian's second game, and they actually played one of the other teams that'll be competing, Miami Middletown. So a little bit of familiarity there as well as the Jackets get a substitution. We get Zane Bradwell checking in.
Yeah,
calling off the full court press.
Always loved this tournament. It's always been a lot of fun with the purple and gold, and this will be no exception tonight. Generally, you get a chance to see some teams that you're not going to see anyplace else.
What a make by Bradwell. Nope, I'm sorry, that was Curry. Euro step. Nice move on the other end, too. So now the teams are starting to find the basket. Jalen Johnson with the make.
Generally takes you a little time, then you get the rhythm a little bit, and the next thing you know, well, these guys scored 80 points the other night against Middletown, so they're capable of scoring points.
Steal. Foul. They go to the line. Guilty party that time was Bradwell. Got him on the arm.
Chris Anagobo from Texas, Irving, Texas, the sophomore, with a rundown on that one.
That'll send Vaughter to the line, but not before we take a timeout, and we're going to take it with them. Under 10 to play, 18-17 Jackets lead on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. And also want to say thanks to BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance College gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, and spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the Sideline store at defianceathletics.com. Just want to thank the generous sponsors of the Yellow Jackets Sports Network, and want to thank everyone for tuning in on a Friday night watching the 49th annual Purple and Gold Club. Jim, it's hard to believe it's been almost 50 years this tournament has gone.
Isn't that something? That is totally amazing. No football tomorrow here as the Jackets go to Taylor tomorrow to play football, and then they'll be back the next week for Hanover. And you've got the battle for the hammer coming up here in a couple of weeks, Jimmy, going down to Bluffton.
Going to make the road trip to Bluffton. We appreciate the opportunity to bring that game to you live at Bluffton. And the Jackets, I think, will be well prepared for that rivalry game. But a couple games between now and then is the first free throw up and no good. As Vaughter misses the first one, the 6'6 junior out of Flint, transfer from SC4.
3 for 10 now from the charity line here for Great Lakes Christian. DC's gone to the line 8 times. They're 50%, 4 of 8.
Second free throw by Vaughter up, rims out, no good. Going to get a foul on the rebound right there. I was wondering when that was going to happen because they're really forcing the issue, trying to get those deflections off the rebounds, but starting to get a little bit more contact each time. And I think the official finally had seen the burden of proof, so to speak.
Well, and if you're Vaughter, if you're Latavius Vaughter, you just missed 2 free throws. You're a little frustrated too. So maybe you attacked a little bit too hard, trying to make up for the 2 shots that you wish you had made.
Jackets facing some tough defense. Good screen, strong take, blocked. Basket missed by Roberts. And the Crusaders will push. Kick to the corner for 3. No. Good rebound, though, and a nice clear out for the putback, that time by Darian Banks.
I'll tell you what, Devin Watts was just standing there screening everything out, and he says, there you go, brother, right around the corner, an easy little 2.
Yep, easy peasy on the rebound and put up right there. And that gives the Crusaders the 1-point lead, 19-18 on the Defiance College scoreboard. Under 9 to play here in the first half. Again, halves for men, quarters for women, so it's a little bit different each time. So we'll bring you tonight and tomorrow afternoon's games. Tomorrow's a 3 o'clock tip. Jackets with a deep 3 as the shot clock's getting ready to expire. Nice rebound, good assist, and a good put up by Bradwell. Shot clock almost expired on that possession. Again, crediting the good defense by the Crusaders, but that time, offensive rebound turned into points.
Bradwell, another one of those transfer students that came in this year.
Vaughter with the make from about the free throw line gives the Crusaders back the lead 21-20. That's his first, says it's his first make, but seems like he's made a couple tonight. Wide open three, a little strong. Missed there by Curry, and that'll force the push up by the Crusaders and a foul on the Jackets. And once again, the Crusaders will be going to the line as we get player a little slow to get up.
Bradwell was the young fellow that made the foul on that play. And again, I would have to think, okay, if you're looking at Coach Gibson, he's saying foul him. I mean, if you're dead on in there and they've got an easy lay-in.
Make them earn it.
Let's make them earn it at the charity line. They've not done a good job of it here so far tonight. So let's see if they will continue this way. 3 of 10 so far.
Vaughter knocks down the first one, and that might be the first free throw
that
the Crusaders have knocked down. So I think it's always been, when they make them, it's been 1 of 2 on the back end.
They get the second one. William Green checks back in here for the Crusaders as Jalen Johnson sits down.
Vaughter's second free throw is up and good, so they're starting to heat up a little bit from the charity stripe as well, and they've extended the lead to 3, 23-20, with 7.5 to play here in the first half.
Just can't beat the Purple and Gold tournament, man. It's always been a great basketball tournament. You always get normally teams that are pretty competitive with one another, and just like this game at 23-20. It's a good way to open up the season with the tournament here. And with the large number of conference games, man, the DC's got to get this in probably early.
Yeah, that's a good call. Foul on the run out off the missed three, and again, Jackets forced to go deep into the shot clock right there because of the tough defense by the Crusaders.
Jackets have yet to hit a three-point shot according to our stats right now. They're 0 for 6. They're 8 for 19 from the floor, so they're doing a much better job shooting at 42% now from the floor. And if you look at Great Lakes Christian, who were basically rolling around 12.5% most of this first half, they've rolled that up to 40% now too, as they're 8 for 20. And they're hitting 2 of 4 from deep.
First free throw up and no good. They got the 1-1 as they're in the early bonus. 18 fouls against the Jackets, 6 against the Crusaders. Next team foul will put the Jackets, I believe, in the bonus as well. Deep three, no good. Still ice cold from deep. This one deflected off the Jackets out of bounds. The miss by Connor Bush.
These are two teams that look like they want to run, but neither team has got a fast break point right now. 14 points in the paint right at this moment for the Jackets compared to 10 for the Crusaders. So the Jackets doing a good job right around the rim here tonight.
And that's a surprise because you've seen the last handful of possessions for the Jackets. The Crusaders, as there's a travel on the floor. Little indecision right there by Freeman as he turns it over. And the last handful of possessions by the Jackets, they've wanted to work the ball inside.
Yeah.
But the defense for the Crusaders has really kind of shut that down. So the 14 points they got were a little earlier. And lately, they have not been able to duplicate that success.
18 fouls on the Jackets right now compared to 5 for the Crusaders. And the Crusaders 5 second chance points compared to 2 for the Yellow Jackets.
Good strong move by Connor Bush, and the 6'4 junior will go to the line for a pair. That'll put the Jackets, I believe, in the bonus as well.
You know,
although
Bush,
this is a 2-shot foul.
Looks like he really has no fear when it comes to driving the lane and going in with the tall timbers around the rim.
Yep.
Good solid fellow that's got great ball handling skills as he goes to the rim.
Strong, too.
Yeah.
I think you need to be mentally and physically strong to be able to go in a little bit undersized through those 6'6", 6'7" players. And, you're 6'2", but you're not afraid. So, you're mentally strong as well, driving in the paint, knowing you're going to take some contact, but being able to keep the ball away from the block,
yep,
which is a real art form. Second free throw up and good, so 1 of 2. And the lead is to 23-21, 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play here in the first half.
Sean Goodman checked in on that last buzzer, and he has the ball right now.
Good double team by the Jackets up near midcourt. Near strip, three-pointer off the mark. Going off the top of the backboard and out of bounds to the Jackets. Had a little bit of contact right there with Carter Sudhoff, but that's not what the whistle was for. That was for the ball hitting the top of the backboard and going out of bounds. Slowly walking this one up, and no full court pressure. I mean, they don't really need it because the Crusaders, nice jump stop right there as he covered probably about 8 feet on that jump stop, and it just completely changed the trajectory of that possession. Lost the handle right there, did Watts. And the Jackets will get the turnover, Jim, with 5:40 to play. The Jackets look to take the lead back. Near steal on the side. Connor Bush. Ball hits the rim. Or I'm sorry, the net.
Boy, just dropped it right down, too.
Both teams want to take the outside shot. Here's an open look in the corner for three. Yes.
Man, that just looked good from the time that Jalen Winters passed it on over to Latavius Votter, and Votter in the corner. Nice, solid stroke. The three-point shot.
Very unselfish basketball in that possession by the Crusaders as well. Probably about 4 or 5 passes to get the one open look. Jackets trail by 3, 26-23 with under 5 to play in the first half.
Generally, that's how you find that open shot, is passing that ball around. And I think Defiance needs to do a little bit more of that and a little less dribbling right now if they're going to try to find that open guy in the corner, if that's what their goal.
20 seconds on the shot clock as the Crusaders reset off the bad pass. Working the entry pass. Going to get a blocking foul on the Jackets. Awkward landing right there by Devin Watts.
Sudhoff is not afraid to step out there and take a little bit of a bump. Good-sized freshman that did exactly that. I like the makeup of this Jackets team. Some good depth, some good height, a lot of young guys, but at the same time, they'll grow up as the year goes on.
Oh, yeah. Sweetwater Chop House is located on Eagle Rock Golf Club, open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot for celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you are just in the mood to come out and enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for Executive Chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain a scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads, utilizing local area farmers for fresh vegetables, and using our on-site herb garden. We take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. Great restaurant.
Great restaurant. Over there for more pizza and more casual dining. Both those two do a wonderful, wonderful job taking care of you Yellow Jackets fans if you want to go over and grab something before the game, after the game. 6 o'clock games are a little difficult to go to a restaurant, though. I'm even an old guy, and, I can't be eating at 4:30 yet. They just give me some popcorn, and we'll go after the game. How's that?
There you go. Yeah, Sweetwater Chop House is open a little bit later, so if you want to catch a good meal after this game for your Jackets fan, head on over, and they will take good care of you. So 26-23 your score. One-on-one coming for the Crusaders, as that's the 9th team foul on the block against the Jackets. 10 will put them in the double bonus with still 4 minutes and 24 seconds to play here in the first half. Devin Watts going to the line for one-on-one. Again, the first free throw of the two has usually been the problem area, and it drops again, and that one looked like it was an over-the-back call, but no call against Sean Goodman. And the Crusaders have already basically disclosed that they're going to play full court press on this inbounds.
Surprise, surprise, huh?
Yep, they'll call it off every once in a while, but for the most part, this is and again, it goes back to what we said earlier, why they sub as much as they do, that, full court pressure takes a lot out of you. And so you got to have a lot in the tank, which means you got to have a lot of fresh legs, which means you got to tap into your bench quite a bit. Jackets break that pressure pretty easily this time. 15 to shoot, 4:08 to play in the first half. Jackets, though, need a good possession here. Nice entry pass. Looked no good. That one up and off by Anksman. Foul on Connor Bush on the reach.
I like the idea, though, Jim. I mean, you've got a distinct advantage, I think, underneath in size and strength oftentimes. And to pound that thing down and let the young guys get their feel for what Friday night is like in an NAIA game instead of a high school game, I think it's a good one. As the year goes on, that's going to be a big scoring opportunity for these guys. These two big guys underneath look like they're going to do a pretty good job.
Yep, and I think they, I think the whole team is going to continue to gel as the first one hits the front of the rim. No good by Jalen Johnson. And the free throw woes continue for the Crusaders. Really, both teams shooting about 40-50% somewhere in there, I'd say.
That's showing 5 for 15 now. For
33.
Yeah, and 5 for 10 for the Jackets at this moment.
So they're a 50% clip.
Yep.
26-23 your score, 3:55 to play here in the first half. Second free throw being lined up by Jalen Johnson. It is good, so 1 out of 2.
I got to believe that when you go to practice on Monday, yes, you're going to be shooting a lot of free throws with the Crusaders.
I think he's going to tell them that they're all one-on-ones too.
Yeah, no doubt. Got to start making that opener because, as you pointed out, they really have had a lot of problems with that first shot.
Jalen Brown with the first made three for the Jackets of the first half draws them within a point, 27-26. Good anticipation of the pass right there. Man, tough defense by the Crusaders. They had a fast break opportunity. Another three. This one a little short, but Connor Bush with the rebound. He'll go strong. Takes some contact right there. We're going to get the late foul called against the Crusaders.
Again, if you look at that replay, Connor Bush not afraid to take that thing right down that baseline.
Nope.
And put it up, and he'll be rewarded there with the free throws.
Fouls going against number 25, William Green, the sophomore. First free throw up and good.
Let's see. Looking at just foul trouble right now, you've got Micah McCombs with 2 for the Crusaders, and also Rasheed Dyson with 2 fouls, personal fouls. Heading the opposite direction here. A lot of guys with 1. You got Park with 2, Bradwell with 2, and Jury with 2 for the
Jordan
Jackets.
Jury. His brother Reed on the bench, I don't think has seen any playing time yet today. Connor Bush step out. Tough foul right there. Got the body, no question. Double bonus for the Crusaders the final 3 minutes. Now they don't have to stress on the first free throw, Jim.
There you go.
28-27 your score, 3:04 to play. Send Darian Banks, the senior, to the line. And again, those first free throws, we talk about a little as the first one rims out. We talk a little bit about the struggles with that first make. Again, it's so early in the season that, there's a lot of things that are going to be ironed out as time goes on. You're going to learn, as the second one's up and good, you're going to learn to just kind of be in the moment, just take a breath, not stress about it. And those first free throws are going to start dropping with no problem.
Banks now 1 for 5 from the charity line, 2 for 5 from the floor, and he's hit his only three-point shot here of the first half.
Three-pointer by Connor Bush. Got it. Jackets 31-28. They reclaim the lead in what's been a very back-and-forth contest in this opening first half.
That was a pretty swish there by Bush. That's 1 for 3 now for that from the floor from deep for Bush.
Triple try, no good for the Crusaders as Vaughter unable to knock that one down. Jackets looking to push. Nice entry, tough take, good rebound right there, and put back up by Jalen Brown.
Brown got the defensive rebound. He almost got the assist, and then when the bucket didn't go in, he was there to clean it back up, get the rebound, and put it back in. So Jalen Brown got a triple right there.
Wraparound pass, unable to go. They're going to call a foul on that one as the official on the near side was screened out, unable to see the contact. And there was definitely contact right there. This foul will be going against Sudhoff. That'll be his second, and again, 2 shots coming for Vaughter. Latavius lines up the first one, knocks it down. 4-point lead for the Jackets, 33-29. Another substitution checking in for the Crusaders as Devin Watts checks in and Jalen Johnson has a seat.
Vaughter now with 7 points on the evening. And he is
lane violation.
Going into that one, he was 3 of 7, so he'll get another opportunity to make it 4 of 8 potentially from the free throw line. He has been their best shooter tonight from the charity line.
Second chance to make a second free throw up and good. So the Jackets kind of cost themselves a point right there on that exchange. Hopefully that 1 point doesn't come back to haunt them later in the contest.
Vaughter's also got 3 rebounds on the night. Darian Banks, the top rebounder for the Crusaders, with 5.
Bush fade away. A little short. Rebound by Freeman. And the Crusaders look to push. Jackets need to keep them into a half-court set. Nice left-handed make by the Crusaders. Freeman gets that one to go, and the lead is 1.
Boy, that was a nice little floater. Jakarian Freeman that put that ball up on his hands. He looked a little like Steph Curry there, that when he just floated that up off the glass and nice and soft it in.
Triple for the Jackets, a little strong. Official with we'll call that a best guess estimate, because he was looking for help right there, and he kind of decided that it was going to be the Crusaders' ball at the last second. 33-32 Jackets with about 1 minute to play.
Wasn't for the lack of lobbying there by the Jackets underneath to be able to make that thing happen.
Nice pass inside. Nice turnaround, baby hook by Vaughter. And the lead goes back to the Crusaders with under a minute to play.
Vaughter's been the guy that's been able to throw the ball up from the outside for 3. He's also did a nice job on the inside. Just a good, solid, well-rounded player.
Jackets looking 2 for 1 at the end of the first half. Triple try. No good. Rebound by the Crusaders. Now they have a chance for a 2 for 1 if they push. Good hustle. Good hustle all the way around. Jackets can hold for 1 if they want, but they have a transition opportunity, which is very rare. Oh my goodness, 2-point blank misses. And now the Crusaders should hold for 1.
5-on-2 break that time, man, as a couple of the Crusaders were late getting to the party, and the Jackets still not able to convert that easy bucket.
Aftershock Cart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for carts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-Go, and Club Car. We have stock and custom carts, new and used carts, and a full line of accessories. We can build a cart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our indoor showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all your karting needs. Yeah, that 5-on-2 break right there, Jim, that one was a real missed opportunity for the Jackets.
It really was. You had the opportunity. You got the rebound. You had a nice run out. They had one of the Crusaders had lost his footing. He was actually sitting on the floor at the time. The other one was late getting turned around and realizing that the ball was going the other way. So by the time they hit the midcourt line, it was 5-on-2, and it sure looked like probably was going to be an easy run out for the Jackets for an easy bucket. A little congested on the other end, but that's the same thing that will happen as the year goes out. They'll spread out a little bit more. They'll spread those 2 guys out a little bit more, and that will be an easier bucket when they run like that as you go. But early on, everybody wants a shot. Everybody realizes there's more white shirts than there are gray shirts down there, and they all want the ball. It's kind of like going to a little soccer game at times, you know?
It's that surge of adrenaline, I think, too. When you see you're that wide open, you get that surge of adrenaline at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm putting everything I have into this, and it's like, no, you want to take everything you have off of this shot because you're about 2 feet away from the rim. Hey, we've all been there. 13.7 to play here in the opening half. And we get another timeout. Basically seeing how they were aligned off the inbounds. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep this one right here. Again, this is game 1 of 2 tonight. In the nightcap on night 1, you have Indiana East, the Red Wolves, taking on the Miami Middletown Thunderhawks. And Coach Mark Hester in his 14th year will match wits with that one with Coach Dexter Robinson at the Middletown Thunderhawks in his first year. So, again, 3 coaches that are pretty new in their schools, and 1 coach that's pretty well established as well. So a lot of youthful enthusiasm with these 4 teams in this tournament.
And I do think they reflect their coaches at this point in time. They basically play the way that coach on the sideline wants to play. And I'll tell you what, there's a little more calm on the DC sideline there with Coach Gibson. But Elijah Kess, I think he's run about as much tonight as his ball team has so far in this first half. He's up and down that sideline all the time.
Triple try, knocks it down. Jackets got to get this one inbounds in a hurry. That shot's not going to count, even if it goes. So a good close to the first half with a triple make. And the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders take a halftime lead, 37-33 into the locker room. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats. We'll get you.
Discover, engage, formulate, initiate, defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Defy, with a unique 4-year focus on career readiness, experiential learning, and 95% plus career placement. Want to serve? 100% of entering students defy the ordinary by engaging in community service with nationally recognized community-based research and service programs. Undergraduate studies you love with personalized experience you want. Defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Apply to Defy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character. It just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school. And I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you Medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
ABD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College Athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support ABD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/ABD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
ABD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects. So get your foursome together and come on out. You can also support ABD as a whole sponsor.
Support ABD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
go Jackets!
At Defiance College, you'll find endless opportunities to explore new subjects and new ideas, to travel to places you've never been, to become a leader. Defiance College offers an education that defies the ordinary college experience.
And back out at the Carl H. Wiener Center on the campus of Defiance College. Jim and Jim on a Friday night at the 49th annual Purple and Gold tournament, I should say. And the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders lead the Defiance College Yellow Jackets 37-33 in what was a very hotly contested, albeit maybe a little bit sloppy first half. Both teams had the turnover bug, but really you got to credit the defense in a lot of cases for that, forcing some of those bad passes and those turnovers.
I would have to agree with you, Jim, because especially right away, Great Lakes Christian came out and just absolutely locked down on the Yellow Jackets on inbounds passes, on full court, the length of the court defense, full court press. It just was amazing the way they really came out and made things happen. And you can kind of see everything started out real slow for both these teams. In fact, that Great Lakes Christian for a long time were shooting 12 and 15% from the floor. You can see right now they're 12 or 27, brought that up to 44%. The Jackets at one time were closer to 45%. They cooled down in the last couple of minutes of that first half, end up 12 for 13. Three-point shooting has not been spectacular on either side, although Great Lakes Christians did hit that last one at the buzzer and basically started to warm up a little bit, as you see now, 57%, 4 for 7, 2 for 12, though, for Defiance. And I think in talking to you before the game, we kind of expected that Defiance would shoot a little bit better than that. That was something that was one of the tools they had in their toolbox, and we'd see a little bit better opportunity for that tonight. But again, 2 for 12, first half of basketball, first game of the year. Those kind of things do happen. Free throw shooting, though, I think is the most mind-boggling part of this whole thing for me, because you can't get the real speed of the game oftentimes, Jim. You can't get that stroke down necessarily for that three-point shot. You do that as you play and as you get a little bit more comfortable with everything. But you can sit there and dribble the ball 3 or 4 times, whatever that is your personal like and personal taste, and stand there basically 15 feet away and toss that ball to the rim. And tonight, man, both teams having troubles with that. 9 for 20 for the Crusaders, and 7 for 12 for the Jackets. I mean, if the Crusaders are hitting 80% right now, or 70%, which is probably more close to what their coach would like for them to do as the year goes on, they might have a double-digit lead in this ball game right now. But being a little cold, not really being able to hit those here early on in the first half has kept this thing kind of tight. Total rebounds, you can see 20-19. Offensive rebounds pretty close. Defensive rebounds, again, pretty close. Both teams with a 2 blocks or 3 blocks for Great Lakes Christian, 1 for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Both teams with about a handful of steals and 12 personal and team fouls on the Jackets. When you open everything up here in this first half, nobody in any real serious foul trouble right now, but Connor Bush has 2. Carter Sutup has 2. Evan Park has 2 at this moment for the Jackets. Bradwell with 2 and Jordan Jury with 2. A couple other guys with 1, but nothing spectacular. As you see some individual numbers right now, Jalen Johnson came off the bench. He's that number 6 guy coming off the bench today. And man, I'll tell you what, you want to talk about a guy who looks like maybe he's 5 or 6 games into this season already. He's 4 for 5 from the floor, 1 for 1 from behind the arc, 2 for 4 in the charity line, 11 points. And Latavius Botter, who kind of opened up a little bit early and kind of cool a little bit early, seemed to start to find that number and that distance as he worked through that first half as well. And on the other side, Connor Bush, I'll tell you, that young man is just fearless. He's willing to take it to the hole. Not done a great job there, only 2 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from behind the arc. But when you send him to the free throw line, he's going to make more than he's going to miss. And he's got 11 points that leads the way for the Yellow Jackets here early. And Jalen Brown with a nice job as well. 3 for 8 from the floor with 7 points here for the Jackets tonight. But I'm sure a lot of conversation here at half. You already have Great Lakes Christian on the floor shooting, okay? And I got to believe a lot of these guys are going to pony up to that charity stripe here before they open up half number 2 and take a half a dozen or so shots from that line right now. As you can see him standing there, kind of working the bugs out there. But as we've said so many times, game number 1, this is early, and I think all in all, both coaches probably relatively happy with the way they started that opening half.
Yeah, I think that one of the few takeaways that I get from the first half is, first I look at the shooting percentage, of course, but I look at the impact the defense had on both teams' shooting percentage. So, you chalk a lot of that up to a combination of good defense and early season, just trying to work things out, and they will. Both teams will. And then the other part is I look at turnovers and points off turnovers, and really, both teams not really cashing in all that much on the turnovers and points off turnovers. Yep. Maybe getting about less than a point per off those turnovers. So, you'd like to be able to see them getting at least a point off of each turnover, maybe 2. To show they were truly cashing those in. But the other thing is the team fouls against the Jackets. I believe you said 12 team fouls. So, that's something that's worth, taking a look at, and it bears repeating. Typically, the first 2 or 3 minutes of the start of a half is where you'll see the starting 5 usually will come back out, and you have a couple of the starting 5 for the Jackets, I believe, that have 2 fouls.
Yep.
Does one of your starting 5 pick up foul number 3 really early, and does it force Coach Gibson to go to the bench maybe before he wanted to? Because I'm sure they've already kind of mapped out a strategy for, say, the first 5-10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Does a foul impact that if it's one of the starting 5 who already has 2? So, that'll be another thing to kind of keep an eye on as the second half begins. But it's been a very entertaining first half. Both teams, I think, left a lot of points on the floor and on the rim, especially from the free throw line. And I think that you'll see that kind of tighten up as the second half goes on.
A little bit surprised that the Jackets aren't out here now. We're about 2.5 minutes until the tip of the second half, and here they now come. As you had the Crusaders out here, they've been out here 5 minutes already. I mean, you had Middletown came out to shoot a couple of buckets there, and then the Crusaders came out and said, guys, hit the showers right now. We need to work down here for a little while, and that's exactly what they have been doing. Again, you're in your own gym here for the Jackets, so you kind of feel like maybe things are going to heat up as the night goes on, and you get the rhythm of the gym back and everything going. But if you're the Crusaders, and as it said in the program, this is only the second time these two teams have met. They met 2 years ago in the Purple and Gold tournament in the series number 45. So this is only the second time they've been in the Wiener Center, and it's a little bit different gym to play in than what you oftentimes will play in.
Yeah, you don't have the seats behind either basket.
Yep.
So that's one of the things. You know, teams will typically like to crash the boards or attack on the glass.
Yep.
And you have a wall a few feet away from you.
Yeah, you
so,
really do.
Bleachers isn't much different. It's going to hurt if you go into them, but when you see a wall, is that kind of something that subconsciously sits within you and says, pump the brake, I don't want to crash into the wall, even though there's a big pad there.
Well, and the one thing that's a little deceptive too, until you really play it, you for most of these young guys, they've got good enough brakes that they can run after that ball and still break to the wall, okay? But until you do it once or twice, it's close enough that it's deceiving. You think you're just going to go crashing into that wall if you go diving for that ball, and sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. And you get the hang of it. The entire gym, that's the way you are anywhere, though. You go to somebody else's gym, you got to learn the lay of the land.
Yep.
Tyshawn Freeman sitting down there, had a chance to talk to Tyshawn before the game today, and Tyshawn down under the bucket that will be the Jackets bucket right now. Boy, I'll tell you, it was really tough to see what a wonderful young guy have his season, his 5th-year season cut short there with the ACL and the MCL tear. And what was it, the first game or the second game? It was early in the year this year. And I'll tell you what, that might have made a lot of difference too with the football team this year, to have a big bruising back like that you go to on a Saturday afternoon and just pound somebody to death all afternoon with 20 or 30 tries.
And the ironic thing about it is running back is one of the deepest positions they have.
Oh, wow.
So when you talk with Coach Nickel,
yeah,
you look at the running back position, they'll bring out 5 running backs within the course of a game. And so, it's obviously extremely unfortunate what happened to Tyshawn. What a great young man he is, and what an important part of the offense he is.
Yeah.
But it's forced the Jackets to see what they have on the roster, and a lot of the other guys have stepped up as a result. So just imagine what could have been with a healthy Tyshawn Freeman as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that, because he is a bowling ball, man. There's no doubt about that. About 6'0" and 245, 50 pounds.
Jackets looking to push off the steal. No foul. Good defense going up by the Crusaders. That was Freeman on the block.
I think the official said we're going to let him play just a little bit more here to open this second half up.
Missed by the Crusaders. Jackets get the ball. Park gets the rebound, hands it over to Connor Bush. Bush almost nice soft pass right there to Jalen Brown, but maybe a little bit too soft. Park with the ball up top, gets it over to Bush. Bush works it up top to Jury. Triple try, rims in and out, everything but. Good battle for the rebound right there. Ultimately, the Crusaders come down with it. They're looking to push. Going to get a block and the moving feet right there. That's Jury, and that's foul number 3 on Jordan.
Jury doing a nice job. He noticed that the young man he was trying to guard was going to make a little bit of a shift. He did everything he could to get in front of him. Just happened a little too quick, couldn't get there. That 2-1-2 matchup zone that the Crusaders are playing has kind of given the Jackets a little bit of fits here early.
Nice job of holding on to that ball despite the strip attempt. Make up and good for the Crusaders as Rashid Dyson knocks that one in. And here's the full court trap again. They're going to have to get this one across, and they do not. Turnover, easy layup, and the Crusaders on a nice run to start this second half.
Watts, Banks, Dyson, Freeman, and Vodder are the 5 on the floor right now for the Crusaders. Stone, Jury, Bush, Brown, and Park, the 5 for the Jackets.
Threading the needle on that pass right there. Jumper no good. Park with the rebound. Shot clock does not reset as that one did not catch iron. Shot clock down to 10. Good screen. Screen and roll. Park with the contact, no call. Put up, no good by Bush. Jackets can't buy a basket early here in this second half, but again, that's good defense. The layup, no good. Thought he got fouled right there, no call. As Freeman tried to knock that one down with the left hand. Bush Offensive foul. Wipe it off. Drawing the contact was Latavius Vaughter, number 13. That time had the feet set, and that's 3 fouls going against Bush. So Jury picks up number 3 early.
Yeah.
Connor Bush picks up number 3 early, just like we thought might happen. You know, what does Coach Gibson do? And he's talking to the officials, not making any changes yet.
Nope, not
He's
at all.
gonna roll
Stay
with
in the
5.
course.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he showed you in that first half he has good depth coming off that bench, so I don't think he feels totally uncomfortable if one of these guys get that 4th foul or 5th foul. Being able to replace them, you hate to put somebody else in there, but they didn't. They really had a good, solid 8 or 10 players that showed well in that first half.
And that's another thing I think that's already a difference from last year's team, as we see a 3-point shot up and no good by the Crusaders. Jackets seem like they have a little bit more depth that they lean on this year compared to last year.
Well, again, you bring those transfers in, you get a couple of decent freshmen coming in, and things can turn around quickly as Connor Bush knocks that one down.
6-point lead for the Crusaders. Wild left-handed shot up and good. That time by Freeman.
Bush took something to the eyes, and he's bent over right there in the lane, as you can see him. I think he got poked in the eye, and he went right down immediately. Looks like he's up and going. Tough fella going the other direction, but they got an elbow. Didn't exactly see what happened, but he got something right across his eyes, whether it's a reach and a finger. Or...
Yeah, I'm wondering if it wasn't a reach and a finger in the eye. Unfortunate, but the good news is that he stays in the game. So best way to break the press is get the ball across midcourt as quickly as possible as Bush dials up one from the side, no good. Stepping out of bounds. The ball in the hands of Jalen Brown, number 4, as he had going forward with another player, stepping on the end line with the ball on the hand. Turnover to the Crusaders.
Great Lakes Christian off to a 6-2 start here. About 4 minutes into the second half.
Nice shoulder shimmy right there. 2-on-1 break. They got to cash this one in. There you go. Connor Bush says, eye is fine. I can see just fine. And able to get the 2 and a flush.
You see that replay, man. Connor Bush saw that pass. It was going cross court. He got his hands on that one, tipped it over, and then just took off running.
Offensive foul going against Vaughter for the push-off. A little bit of talking. No reason to. Officials right on top of it. They separate, and we get a timeout. Want to let folks know that Mark Moats Ford at our Ford dealership in Defiance, Ohio, we strive to provide you with top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're a new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Moats Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. So over 100 years at Mark Moats Ford and almost 50 years for the Purple and Gold.
That's
talk about tradition in Defiance.
Yeah, and you know Mark Moats, a DC grad, and I'll tell you what, he's very proud of this team, this operation, this college, and he's been a long time. He and his son Wes have been long-time supporters of the Defiance College Yellow Jackets. Something you might want to watch a little bit. Connor Bush went to the sideline and hooked up with the trainer for a couple of minutes there in this break. He walked off looking like maybe he was rubbing a hamstring or something on the back of that leg, but he was back up and now sitting on the bench. Now he's going to head the opposite way, and you see he's kind of stutter stepping just a smidge as he gets a drink of water, and probably going to work with the training staff a little bit more. But I don't think anything serious, but after that big run out, something went tweaked just a little bit.
43-37 as Park gets the give and go. A little strong off the glass. That's one Evan would like to have back.
Vaughter right there to pull that thing down too.
Follow-up slam by Vaughter.
That young fellow starting to find his way here at the Wiener Center. So we get a little break in the action at a. I missed what they called on that play, but I don't think it's anything. It's just a matter of Defiance College ball out of bounds as we're checking everything with the scoring table and making sure everything is right.
Yep. 8-point lead for the Crusaders. Foul on the floor, a little nickel-dimer action. See if that call's going against. Call's going against Freeman, number 5. So Jokorian Freeman, the senior, with the call. That'll send the Jackets to the pair for Brown.
2 on Freeman now, 2 on Dyson, and 2 on McCombs for the Crusaders. If you're wondering, also Vaughter with 2 personal fouls here.
So no real foul trouble really for either team. I mean, 3 is the extent of it. A couple Jackets with 3 fouls. Second free throw, no good. Park fighting for that rebound. Trying to give it up, and he does. Great job by Evan Park. Here's where you like to reward him with a baby hook inside. See if they can get the ball back to him after battling for that rebound. Got a screen. Good, well defended on the roll. Triple in the corner. Yes!
Vaughter a little bit late getting the corner on the switch off. Allowed that shot to materialize from the corner there for Donovan Stone.
Stone with the good defense, bodying up. Switch. Left-handed take. Might have walked. Did. Turnover by Devin Watts. And this gym's gotten a little bit louder
the
last couple minutes, which you love to see. It's a 4-point lead. 45-41 Crusaders on the Defiance College scoreboard. 15 minutes and change to play here in the game.
Well, you and I have been in this place when it's been packed, and it has been rocking. And this can be one phenomenal home court advantage for the Jackets.
Turnover off the deflection right there. And again, that's all full court trap defense. That's all defense. Now let's see if the Crusaders can turn that turnover into points.
Well, if Coach Gibson wanted a little practice time against full court high-powered pressure, he's getting it here tonight against the Crusaders.
Strong move by Jokorian Freeman. A lot of left-handed shooters also on this Crusaders team, and it's a little bit of a unique wrinkle that typically right-handed shooters, so you learn to defend with that part of your body, that side, as the Jackets come back with a 3 by Jalen Brown. It's something you just have to keep in the back of your mind that you have a lot of left-handed shooters as we get some tough D. Floater in the lane a little short. And that floater by Dyson, no good.
Not sure whether the Jackets got a handle on that last one.
Got a push off going against the Jackets. Parker Chapman, the junior out of Toledo, Ohio, with the push off there. Evan Park takes a seat. Carter Sudhoff comes in for him, and just as he does, we get a timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. 14:08 to play in the game. 47-44, Crusaders lead.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
Back out at the Carl H. Wiener Center and Coach Marv Hohenberger Court. It's Jim and Jim on a Friday night. Night 1 of the Purple and Gold tournament. 47-44, the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders lead. And again, it's that defense by the Crusaders has just been suffocating, especially with that full court trap they put on you. Forced a lot of turnovers for the Jackets.
Oh, they really have here today. And take a look at turnovers. 10 total for the Jackets right now. 12 though for the Crusaders. But look at the numbers in the paint right now. 24 points for the Crusaders down around that rim. 22 for the Jackets. Both these teams like to get down there and rough it up inside. 12 second chance points right now for the Jackets so far, compared to 6 for the Crusaders. So Jackets doing a pretty good job of muscling up down inside as well.
Yep, we thought with being a little bit undersized, looking at the rosters, the Jackets might struggle a little bit in the paint, but they've held their own, 24-22.
Connor Bush with 15. He leads all scorers here tonight. 4-12 from the floor and 6 for 9 from the free throw line. He's got 5 rebounds to go with those points as well.
Sitting on the bench right now, though. Steal, but stolen back. Nice feed. Left-handed up. And they get the and one opportunity. So the foul on the Jackets will send the Crusaders to the line for an and one as Sean Goodman, the junior, knocks down the shot. It's his first make of the game. He'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Goodman's a 6'8" junior out of Detroit, Michigan.
The Wayne County Community College transfer is the free throw up and no good. Again, it's that first free throw, whether it's the and one or it's a two-shotter. That first one's always the problem.
Free throw shooting, I think, getting just a little bit better, but not much. 9 of 21 now for Great Lakes Christian. 8 of 14 for the Jackets.
Baby hook, no good. Fighting for the loose ball. Coming away with it is Jalen Johnson. He'll run. Gets the dish over and the easy up for Rashid Dyson.
Jackets have beaten this press pretty well. They beat it first time by getting the ball in really quickly, and second time with good positioning here to get this thing in the front court. But boy, that full court pressure has been something else here so far for the Crusaders tonight.
Shot clock already down to 10, which shows you the impact and the effect of that pressure defense. Shot clock down to 3. No good on the three-point try. Kick to the corner.
Oh.
That's a travel. It's got to be a travel. He passed the ball to himself right there, but they're going to give him a timeout on the floor instead. So
wow. Coach
I think
right
the official
down.
might have missed one there.
Coach right down there saw what was going on, I guess, and made the call, Elijah Cass, but it did look like he traveled before he got the call. But again, he was. I think he wanted to throw it to somebody, and something happened.
Somebody went someplace else.
No doubt. And all of a sudden, at the last second, he says, "Whoop, we can't do that. How do we pull the string back in on that basketball?" And Coach Kess must have been right on top of it because the official there was busy calling the timeout.
Yeah, I think they might have missed one on that one.
Yep, I do too. Good job, though, by Coach Kess to observantly call that timeout. Save himself a turnover there.
I hope Coach Kess is wearing comfortable shoes tonight because he's covering a lot of ground out there.
If he's got his little counter there on his iWatch there tonight, he's run 4 or 5 marathons here this evening. The way he goes up and down,
no doubt.
You can tell that the full court pressure and the energy for his team is very reflective of the way that his coaching style is on the sideline.
Very much. Strip. Tie ball. This one's going to the Jackets.
A little bit out of control down there along that baseline. Jalen Johnson trying to make something happen in amongst a couple of white shirts. Couldn't find the teammate that was standing there open for him, and ended up losing the basketball.
Service Master by McCann. Keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity and keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. So 12:23 to play in the second half. 7-point cushion for the Crusaders. Jackets really have not been able to get that down beyond about 5, so they need a nice 6-0, 7-0, 8-0 run here to take this lead back.
They really do. It was only a 4-point game at half, and they've been outscored 14-11 here in the second half.
12 to shoot. Trying to work that one into Park. 5 to shoot. There's the man you want with the ball. Scoop shot up, no good. Park with the rebound. Put up and good.
Nice job by Park to stay with that one and then get the easy, opportune lay-in.
Bush a little late getting back. I think he had to retie the shoe there. Not an injury. Cross-court pass for the triple up and nothing but net for Darian Banks. More full court defense, no trap this time. Just playing straight up man full court. Lead back to 8, 54-46. Jackets need an answer. Will it come from three-point line? A little strong on that one. Foul against the Jackets right there. Might have been the contact away from the shot.
Up. I'm thinking maybe 22 got it. If you look in the lane, basically when you look at the replay on that thing, Sudoff kind of got hooked up in the middle and ran over. I'm not sure whether that's Votter on the floor right now or somebody, but I don't think Sudoff even knew he was there. He was just trying to make a move to get somewhere. And there happened to be an opponent right behind him that he ran right through.
Yep. On the replay that Eric just pulled up, you saw that right arm kind of the hook right there.
Good to have Eric Herman back here with the two of us. It's been a while since we've been in this gym together, and it feels like old times, Jimmy. Tomorrow night, Randy Roberts will be here tomorrow afternoon, right?
Yep, Randy Roberts will be rejoining me tomorrow afternoon. We'll have another great day of basketball to bring you. And then next weekend, it's back to football again. So we'll be kind of toggling back and forth on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network between basketball and football, as there's a nice near steal, until the 16th, which is the final basketball or football game, the rivalry game at Bluffton. As
Sean Goodman, man, able to find his way down along that baseline for the lay-in. Both these teams have had some difficulty shooting it from deep, but they've done a nice job cleaning up the backboards and finding their way to the 2 and 3 footers tonight.
Trying to work it into Park. Park with the turnaround. Count it.
Boy, I'll tell you, I really love the way that Park works with his back to the basket. You know, with that little hook from either hand, and then that fadeaway jumper right there as you kind of looking for the hook, and the next thing you know, he fades on you and just floats that thing up and over you.
Three-point try, no good. Jury with a nice box out. And the Jackets able to come down with the rebound. Donovan Stone with the board. They look to push. That one rejected. Ball fake. Body bump. Kick out for the open three. No good. Good position for the long rebound. And they'll reset. Pass near midcourt right there. Good save.
They've got several guys. William Green, very much like Votter, long, lanky kind of guy that can get off his feet and get to a ball easily. You get a whistle.
Got a body bump. In the act of shooting, it'll send the Crusaders to the line for a pair, and already 16 fouls against the Jackets, Jim.
Man, I'll tell you, that has been one of the disappointing things of the night, I would think, for Coach this evening. The number of fouls that they have on the night, 17 of them compared to 9 for the Crusaders here tonight. Crusaders also with 15 bench points compared to 8 for the Jackets this evening. But the Jackets doubled up the second chance points now, 14-6.
State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, and commercial and agricultural lending, operating through a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, and 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, along with 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. 56-48 your score. The Crusaders lead with 9:26 to play here in the contest. And it's they're +4 at half, and they're +4 in the second half as well. So Jackets are going to need an answer, and they're going to need it soon, because if the lead keeps around that 6 to 8 point mark, Crusaders could go on a nice 4-0 run, and all of a sudden it's double digits. And when you see double digits, it doesn't matter how much time is left in the game. It's hard not to press the urgency button just a little bit and then force, maybe try to do a little too much.
No doubt. Couple stops right now and a couple of buckets here for the Jackets to make this thing a 2 to 4 point game. I'm sure is exactly what Coach Gibson's hoping for right now. And you are right. Once you get into double digits and you're down under 10 minutes to play in the ball game, it does seem like it's tougher to get back in and tougher to overcome that lead. So the next 2 to 3 minutes very critical for the Jackets to be able to cut this thing down to 4 or 5 points so they get to those final 4 to 5 minutes and aren't too far out of touch.
Jalen Johnson to the line for the Crusaders. The right-hander sizes the first one up, and it rims out, no good. A couple more subs coming in for the Crusaders. And the second free throw for Jalen Johnson, the 6'4" senior out of Detroit, is on its way. Again, 9:26 to play in the contest, 8-point lead. And again, it's a lead, as Jim mentioned at halftime, that could be easily double digits. Had the Crusaders as a second one up and no good too. Had the Crusaders not struggled so much from the free throw line tonight.
9 of 23 right now, Jim, for these guys. So, you know, you hit 75% of them right now, and you're up by 15. And you've got this one really going the way that you want to go. Instead, you got a whistle on the other end, and the Jackets still in this basketball game.
Body bump against Jalen Johnson. For Johnson, that's only his second foul in the night.
Devin Watts checks back into the game for the Crusaders.
Open three, got to hit it. No good. Good box out rebound by Freeman. They'll look to push. Good job of getting the hands up that time by Donovan Stone. Kick it out. Nice defense. Good switching by the Crusaders right there. Park with the triple. A little strong. Jackets all hustle right now. Foul on the floor. Officials waving that shot attempt off. See the bench getting pumped up by Jury.
Give a little credit to Jalen Brown, man. He just covered a lot of ground and staying with that basketball to keep it in Jackets' possession.
14 fouls against the Crusaders compared to 6 for the Jackets. That's 3 fouls tonight against William Green as he takes a seat. Triple try, no good. But free throws coming as that foul, I believe, is going to go against Rashid Dyson.
Johnson, Winters, Freeman, Vaughter, and McCombs on the floor right now for the Crusaders. Stone, Jury, Bush, Brown, and Chapman for the Jackets as we work our way down through this home stretch.
And Jordan Jury attempted the shot. He'll go to the line for, I believe, 3. Misses the first, as has kind of been the unfortunate reality of the night. Both teams struggling to knock that, for whatever reason, that first free throw has been problematic.
That is the, let's see, they're showing Jury now with 5 free throws on the night.
Knocks the second one down there.
Making 2 of 5 so far, with his 6th one coming up.
You can see the stats on the screen there. Again, 2 of 5 now from the charity stripe. Third one up and good. So 2 points made, and the Jackets have cut the lead to 6. Now they need a couple turnovers here. Almost got one there.
Jackets ratcheted up that full court pressure right now and see if the Crusaders can handle it. You got it where you want it if you're the Jackets. Now a couple of stops and you can be back in the lead.
Back to the basket, tough place to be that far away. Nice uptake right there by the Crusaders. Banks knocks that one off the glass and in.
Nice soft touch by Banks.
Jury thought about the 3, had his man in the air right there. Might have been able to lean in and take that 3 and draw the foul, but opted to pass instead. Called a carry right there, which is, you don't see that called very often.
No, you don't really.
First time tonight.
Comes at a difficult time, too, because the Jackets really had that opportunity to get that back to 6 points. Seems like every time they get to that magic number 6, the lead starts to swell back up again.
Can't afford to have 6 kind of be the high water mark for the Jackets tonight. You got to cut that down to 2, and then, again, just fight as much as you can as we get a put up and in, and an and one opportunity. Good stick-to-itiveness by Rashid Dyson. And he used every bit of that 6'4" to sky for that rebound. and that second chance point opportunity.
Rims have been a little hard as the night goes on. The last couple of shots, though, by the Crusaders have been soft little rims. They bounced around and they found the center of that whole thing all the way through that first half and into the second half. Those things have not been too generous tonight, but the last 2 buckets.
3 fouls on Park will send him to the bench with 7:23 to play. Free throw up and good, so they're able to make that 3-point play, and the lead balloons to 11.
Dyson now on the evening with 8 points.
A lot of contact right there for no whistle, but they're, like you said, they're letting them play.
They are definitely letting them play. They're just no doubt, and 2 guys up in the air. Both of them had their space, and they just let it go. Now Votter is going to go take a seat on the bench. I don't think that had anything to do with that play that they just had, as they had Sean Goodman sitting over there at the scorer's table waiting to check in. But Votter over there looking at his back right now.
Bad pass leads to a good runaway by Banks, and Banks is able to extend the lead to 13 with the fast break opportunity. So there's 2 points off a turnover, which is exactly what you want if you're Coach Kess.
No doubt about that. You see Votter stretching out maybe in the background when you come back down to that end. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong with him, but he hit the floor pretty hard.
Jackets need an answer, and they need multiple answers. Basket waved off as we get a foul on the floor on the strong drive by Connor Bush. We'll see him body up. This was on the drive, not on the shot. So, again, out of bounds to Defiance College.
Well, you're running in that danger time right now. Under 7 to play. You're down 13.
The conversation is about here, but the Jackets will definitely take the ball out as the foul was committed by the Crusaders.
Just barely beat the 5-second call.
Reach-in foul against the Crusaders. That'll send the Jackets to the line, as that's foul number 7. Both teams now in the bonus for the remainder of the half. And that'll send Carter Sudhoff to the line for 1-on-1.
Give that one to Dyson. That's his 3rd now.
Sudhoff's first. No good. Good box out. Now we'll see if they maybe take a little bit of the, I don't know if taking the air out of the ball, I don't know if that's part of the game plan at all.
No, I don't think that when you take a look at the way that Elijah Kess has his team playing.
Oh, they're playing fast and they're playing hard.
Yeah, we're not slowing anything down. We're going to keep the pressure on you. We're up 13. That's why we're up 13. And we'll take the foot off the gas probably down around the last minute or so of this ball game. But
depending on the score.
Yeah, if they're still up by that kind of number, you're right.
We get a really late whistle. I mean, really late. There's a lot of contact. There's no question. But to let him play that long before you blow the whistle, you got to blow that one right away, I think.
As he made that entry dribble, a couple of hands come reaching in. He ended up on the floor. But I agree with you, Jim. That one needed to be called a little bit quicker. Not that it was an improper call, because I think there was definitely a foul there.
There was contact. There's no question.
But it's a little difficult to tell the Jackets, as they're all of a sudden 4-on-2 heading the other way, that you got to stop, and we're going to put one of the Crusaders at the free throw line instead of having an opportunity to go down and cut into that deficit a little bit.
That's 16 on the night for Darian Banks as he knocks down the first free throw. Banks with number 2 up and good as well. So the lead now grows to 15, and the Jackets need an answer, and they need it quick.
Connor Bush has been kind of quiet here in the second half. He went into the half with 13 points, only have 1 bucket here in the second half.
There you go.
That's
Connor
how you
Bush
correct that, right?
Yep. Jim got just quiet enough for him to hear you down
Yeah,
here.
as he said, come on. He said, Nick, one of the announcers just called me out, man. I need another bucket.
I need a basket. And the team needed a basket, so he's the ideal guy to get it for you tonight. Lost the handle.
Oh,
and the bounce is just going the Crusaders' way right now as Darian Banks knocks that one down, and we get Jury injured on the play. Didn't see what happened to him, whether that's a wrist or what's going on, but he seems to be favoring that right arm a little bit.
No doubt he's going to check out.
Yep, the right arm must not be bothering him too much because he just slapped 5 with a teammate right there. So
Evan Park and Devontae Curry checks back in for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to need some magic right now, down 15 points with only 5.5 to play. And as you said, Jimmy, that's the difficult part about this game. When things aren't going well, that ball does seem to bounce the opposite way every now and then.
Yep. Momentum is an unmeasurable but very real thing, especially in basketball. Park with the rebound. Up, no good. Rebound up and good. So Evan Park not giving up.
Nope, no quitting this Yellow Jacket team here tonight.
No, sir.
Still playing hard.
Kicking it out top. Good feed. Can't get the roll. Kick it back out. 17 to shoot. Travel. A little bit of frustration there by Coach Kess. Does not hide his emotions very well.
No, not at all. Not at all.
At least you know where you stand.
Yeah.
I mean, you know right away, but you know where you stand as we get a timeout on the floor. We're going to take this one with him. We'll be right back on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you make care simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Back out at the Carl H. Wiener Center on the campus of Defiance College. Want to let you know Metzger's Printing is your marketing solutions provider, specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. Also, Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider of Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your healthcare needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. So 13 is the lead. The Crusaders have it. Both teams in the bonus right now, but only 4:40 to play. And again, like Jim said, this is kind of trouble time for the Jackets a little bit, because once you find yourself down double digits with less than 5 minutes to play, you find yourself pressing a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to press right now. There's no other way of attacking this thing, right?
Entry pass into Evan Park a little bit too strong. Might not have been completely ready for that one as he established position up top.
Tomorrow afternoon, it'll be a 1 o'clock game with Indiana East versus these Great Lake Christian Crusaders. And the nightcap, your Yellow Jackets taking on the Miami Middletown basketball team that's coming in tomorrow. So, again, it's not a winners against losers situation anymore. They're predetermined, but should be some great basketball here at the Wiener Center tomorrow afternoon.
Beautiful move. That time by Banks, and for Banks, that is 21 on the night. I believe that leads all scorers.
And when you get to a game like tomorrow, when you have a situation where all four of these teams now will have seen this floor, they'll have had an opportunity to play on it, I bet you get a little better basketball tomorrow as well from all four of these teams. And you are right, Banks with 21 right now, and Botter with 13 for the Crusaders.
Evan Park draws the foul down low. This one going against Vaughter, number 13. That'll be his third foul. No real foul trouble for the Crusaders at this point. Have a couple players with 3 fouls on the floor, but again, only 3 minutes, 45 seconds to play. You don't want to foul out, but you know you have the cushion there as the first free throw up and no good.
Sutoff for Defiance with 4 personal fouls, and Freeman on the Crusader side with 4 fouls. But again, this late in the game, really inconsequential.
Nice no look. Good close. Another late whistle right there.
And that backdoor cut coming down that lane by Jalen Johnson was a nice one. And then William Green able to put the ball exactly where he needed to.
2 shots coming for the Crusaders. That's number 4 on Evan Park. But again, with 3:25 to play, I think Coach Gibson's just going to let it roll. Again, send Jalen Johnson to the line, Jim.
You know, I don't want to discount this at all, but at this early, playing out of conference, you know, these are games that you're going to learn an awful lot of. Sure, you'd love to be able to win every game. You can't win them all if you don't win the first one, all those kind of old things. But right at this point in time, as you play before Thanksgiving, it's more important for your team to really kind of figure out who needs to be out there with who at the right time, what's going to work, what's not going to work, so that by the time you get into conference play, things are working well and you're ready to go.
Yeah, it's not about as we get a fast break opportunity and a 2-hand flush, and we get a technical for hanging on the rim against Jalen Johnson. Kind of a tough call. He wasn't up there very long, but long enough for the official. I think he'd been warned about that earlier.
Yeah, and it's the little swing up there and the whole thing that you got going on. Nobody really undercutting you. But you're right. I think he was warned earlier in the ball game, and this time he hangs up there and they whistle the foul. Bucket will count, though, and I'll tell you what, I have been extremely impressed by the sixth guy off the bench there for the Crusaders, Jalen Johnson, who's come in and done a nice job for them here tonight. He's got 11 points now, 4 for 12 from the floor, 2 for 6 from deep.
Technical free throw is up and good. Jackets will get possession of the ball.
He's got four rebounds and 4 steals, too, to go on this night.
18 points, the lead for Great Lakes Christian. 73-55 with 3:09 to play here in the contest. And again, it's to kind of complete that thought like you and I were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's not like you are learning about your team right now. You're figuring a lot of little things out.
Yeah.
You're working through, I mean, you know, there's so much to learn as the season goes on. This is the opening contest. You're not learning who you are as a team yet. You're learning how to play together. You're learning, you know, the different, like you said, the different matchups, who to have on the floor given, you know, what the opponent's bringing out there. Because we get a body bump, good effort, good sportsmanship to help him up as well.
Connor Bush, I've been extremely impressed with Connor Bush tonight. He's all over the place. Going to have a good year, I think, for the Jackets this year. There's going to be an awful lot of folks who are going to have to say, well, you know what, we need to come up with a game plan for number 3. 6'4", only a junior out of Belleville, Michigan.
First free throw up and no good. The Lansing Community College transfer. Again, one of those young men who transferred into the program for Coach Gibson. Already being leaned on as, I don't want to say a number 1 option on offense, but awfully close.
Yeah, he's
awfully
the number
close.
1 scorer you got here tonight, and he does show the ability. He can handle the ball well. He dribbles. He passes well.
No fear in the paint, like you said.
Oh, gosh, no. He's that ideal. When we were here doing the Jackets games back in the day, you had an awful lot of those 6'4", 6'5" forwards that could play kind of guard, could handle the ball, that could play a forward spot if you needed him to. And he fits that. Coach Brummett would love to have a young fellow like this guy on his team.
Triple try and make for Donovan Stone. The freshman cuts the lead to 14, but just 2 minutes to play in the contest. So again, not taking their foot off the gas like we said. We didn't think the Crusaders were going to do that. Slowing down a little bit, though.
Yeah, now you've got it in the bag right now. So work that clock a little bit, and that's exactly what they're doing now. 2-minute mark, they did take the foot off the gas just a little
block
bit.
By Evan. Shot clock resets, and they don't know it.
Whoa.
No, that was a block. That
was a block. It never got to the rim, did it?
Evan Park blocked that shot.
Yep.
I'm not sure what Coach Kess is. Maybe he thinks the ball hit the rim on the shot, but the shot clock would not have reset. That was a block by Evan Park. So
I think he's realizing that one right now, caught up in the moment there for a second. I think he now has that figured out. Gets a couple fresh sets of legs on the floor real quick.
No full court pressure as you would anticipate with only 93 seconds to play, but they'll pick up a very good and very well coached man matchup defense on the other half as we get the deflection, get a foul called against the Crusaders.
Well, you know, it started, they had 80 the other night. Crusaders had 80 against Miami Middletown. They're at 73 now with a chance to close in on that 80 mark yet. But this is a basketball team that started a little bit slow, but once they found their rhythm, you're going to score with them this year, man. They can put some points on the board.
Jackets, I think, will look back. I think Coach will look back at the game film on this, and he'll see the missed opportunities from point-blank range.
Yeah.
I think it's that surge of adrenaline from opening night for them. You know, they left a lot of points on the floor, too.
Yeah, they really did.
Park knocks down 1 of 2, and that's 11 on the game for Evan.
Well,
but with only 75 seconds to play, Crusaders should be able to take as much of the shot clock down as they want.
21 of 62 tonight for the Jackets, only 34%. And the Crusaders really kind of heated things up, 27 to 53. They're at 51% now on the night from the floor.
73-62 off the make. Coach Gibson calls a timeout. I want to let folks know that Marco's Pizza, Defiance College Athletics, is supported by Marco's Pizza in Defiance. Located on North Clinton Street, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop in, or order online for the latest deals. And be sure to download the Marco's app where pizza is just a tap away. Also want to tell folks about the Alumni Varsity D. The AVD has a long tradition of supporting and promoting Defiance College athletics. Comprised of former varsity athletes, the Alumni Varsity D pays it forward for the Yellow Jackets of tomorrow. For more information, visit defiance.edu/alumni today. Also, mark your calendars for the Yellow Jacket Classic Golf Outing on June 14, 2025. So we saw that commercial.
Yeah.
June 14, 2025. Mark your calendars for the golf outing.
Put it down on the calendar. Here's a couple of numbers that Coach is going to be unhappy with. Bench points outscored tonight 19-8. Second chance points he'll be happy with. They won that battle 17-9. Points in the paint now, for some reason, has kind of snuck up and headed towards the Crusaders' way. 42-30 now, 12 more points, and then 6 points to 0 on fast break points for the Crusaders tonight. So a couple things there, bench points, fast break points, points in the paint, all kind of leaning towards the Crusaders here in the second half as they were able to just take that lead that they had at halftime and just add on it, 2 points here, 2 points there, and stretch it out to where they are right now.
First free throw up and good for the Crusaders. That's Darian Banks, who puts in .22 on the night. And, you know, there's a part of you that may be wondering, why does Coach call a timeout down big with under a minute to play? But this is a teaching moment.
Yeah.
You know, let's imagine the scoreboard shows us down 4.
Yeah.
And let's see how we close. So what do we do clock management-wise? What do we do execution-wise? Who do we have on the floor? Who's our go-to? This one going out of bounds back to the Crusaders as Donovan Stone had the running opportunity. Might have got away with an extra step there, but no call.
Broadwell couldn't hang on to the basketball as it gets tipped out of bounds. And the inbounds passes, the Jackets put that full court pressure on. He's mishandled, and the turnover goes right back to the Jackets.
William Green mishandled right there on the pass. Again, it's like an offensive lineman in football, Jim. You don't want to hear your name called when it comes to something bad happening.
Yeah,
you only want to hear it when something good happens.
No doubt about that.
Triple try, up and good for Connor Bush. Connor Bush with 21 on the night. Again, it's how do you close right now? Good job throwing the ball off the foot of Connor Bush. Is Darian Banks. 34.5 to play. Shot clock not turned off yet. 24 to shoot. But how do you close? And that's one of the things I want to ask Coach about if he comes up here tonight, is I want to ask about, the team closing. The midway part of the second half notwithstanding, the last couple minutes, Jackets have played some very competitive ball, and you love to see it. Just love to see the trap. Got a body bump right there on Connor Bush. And that'll send the Crusaders' Darian Banks to the line for a pair. Both teams in the double bonus. Shot clock now turned off with 25.8 to play. 4 fouls against Connor Bush. No question, Coach Gibson leaves him out there. First free throw up and good.
And you know what? The Crusaders have started to find their way around that free throw line here in the second half as well. One point in time, they were hitting about 15%. Now, with
Defy the Ordinary.
31, so they're approaching that 60% mark now. Yeah, so
He's
it's
still subbing in with 25 to play. Evan Park comes back in. Used for the screen. Triple try, no good. This one going out of bounds, so Jalen Brown comes up just a little bit short on the triple. And we get a last-minute substitution coming in for the Crusaders as well, as Jalen Winters checks in. And they only have to get the ball across midcourt. They do not even have to put up a shot attempt if they don't want to. And they will not. So they'll dribble it out now with the last 10 seconds to play. 77-65 is going to be your final. The Crusaders defeat the Defiance College Yellow Jackets on night number 1 of the Purple and Gold. We're going to step aside as the teams shake hands. We'll come back here in a few minutes to bring you some post-game stats. Hopefully have a chance to talk to Coach Josh Gibson as well. 77-65 your final. We'll be right back on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Defy the Ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math, with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
Discover, engage, formulate, initiate, defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Defy, with a unique 4-year focus on career readiness, experiential learning, and 95% plus career placement. Want to serve? 100% of entering students defy the ordinary by engaging in community service with nationally recognized community-based research and service programs. Undergraduate studies you love with personalized experience you want. Defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Apply to Defy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character. It just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you manage care simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
All right, back here at the Carl H. Wiener Center on the campus of Defiance College, 77-65 is your final score tonight. Jackets fall to the Great Lakes Christian Crusaders. And Jim, let's take a look at some post-game stats.
Well, it was 37-33 at halftime. A very close game. The Crusaders on top by 4. And then the second half, basically the Jackets weren't able to basically hang on and keep pace with them, and were outscored 40-32. So both halves won tonight by the Crusaders. Let's take a look at field goal percentage. The Crusaders, both teams kind of started out a little slow. Crusaders actually ended up at 50% from the floor tonight, 27-54 compared to 35% for the Jackets, 23 for 66. Three-point shooting was not spectacular tonight, but Great Lakes 5 for 12 at almost 42%. 6 for 25 for the Jackets tonight for just 24%. Free throws, well, you know what? I don't think either team's going to put this tape on and brag about their free throw shooting. The Jackets were 13 of 24, 54%. 18 of 32 for Great Lakes at 56%. 18 turnovers for the Crusaders tonight compared to 14 for the Jackets. 19 points off of turnovers for both teams tonight, so that was a dead heat. Total rebounds, again, pretty much even, 37 to 36. 10 offensive rebounds for the Crusaders compared to 15 for the Jackets. 27 defensive rebounds compared to 21 for the Crusaders over the Jackets. 12 assists to 14 assists there for the two clubs, with the Crusaders behind a couple. 6 blocks to 2 for the Crusaders tonight. 9 steals for both teams tonight. Personal fouls, 23 to 17. The Jackets got in a little bit of foul trouble a little bit early, but didn't do a bad job. Bench points tonight, again, you've got to really, you do have to take your hat off a little bit to Jalen Johnson, who came in and made up a lot of those bench points tonight, but 19 to 8 for the Crusaders tonight. Second chance points, though, Defiance did a good job there, 17 to 9, but points in the paint, a plus 12 there for the Crusaders tonight at 42 to 30, and they were 6-0 when it came to fast break points here tonight. Some individual numbers tonight, as you take a look at that, Darian Banks had 25 points tonight for the Crusaders. He led all scorers this evening, as Connor Bush had 21 for the Yellow Jackets. 15 tonight for Jalen Johnson. We talked about him coming off that bench. There's 15 of those 18 bench points coming in. One young fella coming off the bench doing a nice job. Latavius Vodder with 13 tonight. Rashid Dyson with 8 points tonight. Jacorian Freeman with 7 points tonight for the Crusaders. On the other end, you had Jalen Brown with 14 points to be the number 2 scorer tonight for the Jackets. Evan Park with 11 points tonight. Donovan Stone with 8 points. Carter Sudoff had 4 points. And the freshmen, I think you got to be happy with a couple freshmen that played tonight for the Jackets. They got in, they mixed it up. They weren't afraid of the night. Coach got a lot of players in tonight, too. If you take a look at that, it looks like they had about 13 play for the Jackets tonight, and only 8 players, an 8-man rotation there, or a 9-man rotation for the Crusaders this evening. It was all in all a pretty good night for both of these teams. It was a way that you get everything started tonight. First opportunity. Second game for the Crusaders of the year, and they go to 2-0 on the season after they did beat Miami Middletown here last weekend. And, you know, the numbers that Darian Banks put up tonight, I think were pretty impressive, Jim. He was 8 for 15 from the floor, 2 for 3 from behind the arc, 7 for 10 from the free throw line, had 6 rebounds tonight to go along with those 25 points tonight, and a pretty good operation and a pretty good night for him. Nobody out there tonight with a double-double chance for either one of these teams, but Connor Bush, 6 for 16 for the floor, 2 for 5 from behind the arc, 7 for 11 from the free throw line, and he did have 7 rebounds tonight to go along with his 21 points this evening. And Jalen Brown, 5 for 15 from the floor, 2 for 7 from deep. And he actually had 5 rebounds and 5 assists this evening for the Yellow Jackets tonight. And again, Evan Park with a decent night tonight, 5 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 3 from the free throw line, and 9 rebounds. So almost a double-double tonight for Jalen Park, as he was 1 rebound away from making that one happen tonight on this, the opening night of the season for he and the Yellow Jackets. Devin Stone, 3 for 8 from the floor, 2 for 5 from deep, 3 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. So all in all, some pretty good numbers. All in all, a decent way, I think, to start this season out. It was not the way when it comes to the scoreboard that I'm sure Coach would be happy with here tonight, as his team goes down 77 to 65. But there are some things that he can take out of this thing. And when they do sit down, whether they're going to do this thing on Sunday or tonight or tomorrow afternoon, getting ready for that next game that they're going to play tomorrow afternoon, there are some learning and teaching opportunities there. And there's some opportunities, I think, all in all, that you can really say after week number or game number 1, things are not quite as bad as what maybe they might look. This is not a bad little basketball team that came in here tonight to the Wiener Center.
Not at all.
Great Lakes Christians with their second win, and the second night that first night they hit the 80-point night. Tonight they hit 77 tonight, so it's a team that can score. It's a team that can play some defense. And I think all in all, some good looks here tonight for the Yellow Jackets when they had to go against this team that came in tonight from Michigan and played them pretty tough here in the opening round of the Purple and Gold tournament.
Well, we're going to step aside here in a moment. Just want to let you first know that the Purple and Gold Club has been advancing Defiance College athletics for 50 years. A joint mission of community members, parents, staff, and fans. Purple and Gold supports the Yellow Jackets to elevate the student-athlete experience and facilities through a variety of initiatives. All members receive an all-sports pass to watch every Yellow Jacket home event with additional perks as well. To find out more or join today, visit dcpurpleandgoldclub.com. All right, Jim, we're just waiting to see if Coach Gibson will be able to come up and join us.
Well, tomorrow afternoon, if you want to take a look at that real quick, it's going to be an interesting afternoon, because when you take a look at these guys, they'll end up tomorrow, the Jackets getting the Middletown team that Great Lakes Christian had in their opening game the first day when they scored 80 against those guys. And it should be an interesting little matchup tomorrow. We saw the Middletown team come out and get a little shooting done at halftime, and they're out on the floor right now getting warmed up, getting ready to go. Who knows? I like this format where you come in and you set things up and you say, well, if we were to be at maybe the Christmas time frame, we've played 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 games at that point in time. I prefer at that point in time to play winner-loser type bracket,
yes.
Okay?
Yep.
But when you're in the very first weekend of your season and you get the opportunity just like this, it wouldn't be any good for Great Lakes to get Middletown again tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon. They just played them the other night, okay? But to be able to split those two teams up like that, you get 2 new looks that you haven't seen. You're not going to see probably for another couple of years. I think that's the way that you open up the season. You get as many guys out, you get as many guys playing. He had 13 playing tonight, and you get them out and you get them to get the feel for the game and get ready for a season that is really a long, long year. When you think that this is the first day of November and we're going somewhere towards the middle part of February to just wrap the season up and then get into the tournament at that point in time, there's a lot of basketball to be played between now and then.
Definitely a lot of basketball to be played and a lot to figure out and a lot to learn about this team, a lot about them to kind of learn about themselves and kind of play with each other, because, you've had the practices and the inter-squad scrimmages because of the depth of the roster of the team. But again, we talked about the number of transfers coming in.
Yeah.
And, these guys are still kind of learning to play within a system. So it's not just about, figuring out yourself and where you stand, but also, how do the players who transferred in, how do they buy into the system, become part of the system? How do they feed, the players who have already been here? and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, again, you're not learning anything about your team in a game like tonight. You're learning about yourselves, and you're learning about kind of your fit. And so I think that's one of the things that Coach will kind of hang his hat on is, there's no, great epiphany you're going to get from a game like tonight. The importance of free throws and points in the paint, a plus 12 differential and a plus 12 differential on the scoreboard. It's easy to say, well, points in the paint was the one difference of the game, and nothing else really mattered. But those two numbers just kind of conveniently add up to that fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll see if Coach is able to join us right after this on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
My name is Mark Miller. This is my good friend Tom Hill. Both Tom and I are graduates of Defiance College, and we were both athletes at Defiance College.
And I played baseball and basketball here at DC. Mark played football and baseball here. Now, here we are 35, 40 years later. We both serve on the alumni varsity board here at Defiance College.
AVD, as we call it, raises money for Defiance College athletics. We have raised funds for many projects, such as $100,000 to the George Smart Center,
$45,000 to the weight room in the Smart Center,
$10,000 to the new basketball floor,
new scoreboards at both the baseball and softball fields.
If you're a Defiance College alumni athlete, please support AVD. Visit defianceathletics.com/alumni/AVD to join.
We appreciate all who have given in the past, but we are looking for new members. Please keep in mind that someone supported you as an athlete at DC. Now it is our turn.
AVD also sponsors a yearly golf outing to get old friends back together and raise funds for our projects. So get your foursome together and come on out. You can also support AVD as a whole sponsor.
Support AVD. Let's make this our biggest year ever. Thank you very much. And
go Jackets!
At Defiance College, you'll find endless opportunities to explore new subjects and new ideas. to travel to places you've never been, to become a leader. Defiance College offers an education that defies the ordinary college experience. Defiance College offers a quality education in a setting where you can succeed. Small classes, personal attention, and best of all, an affordable private college experience. For more information about how you can defy the ordinary, visit defiance.edu.
And back out at the Carl H. Wiener Center, the campus of Defiance College, 77-65 was your final. As you see the two teams warming up for the nightcap on night number 1 here of the Purple and Gold, the 49th annual Purple and Gold tournament. We have Miami Middletown, the Thunderhawks, getting ready to take on Indiana East. Now, just as a reminder, we're only covering the Defiance College contests the next 2 days, so 77-65 was your final of the opening contest. Jackets will play the second game tomorrow, so you have a 1 o'clock tip and then a 3 o'clock tip. Great Lakes Christian will be part of that 1 o'clock tip, and they'll be taking on Indiana East, whereas the Jackets will be getting ready to square off against Miami Middletown Thunderhawks. And, Jim, we talked a little bit about the Jackets as far as, you know, the kind of team makeup and the fact that you had Connor Bush come in as, you know, a transfer student, come in as a junior, and boy, the team really seemed to just kind of lean on him.
Yeah.
They kind of, like the offense kind of deferred to him, especially late in the contest. So, you know, that was kind of an eye-opener for me, as I did not expect to see any one particular player. But now you kind of know.
Yeah.
You know, the team kind of, you know, the team will kind of tell you based on who they defer to as to who's going to be the go-to guy in those situations. And it sure seems, at least through one game, like Connor Bush is that guy for the Jackets.
Well, you've got a young fellow that comes in from Lansing Community College who was an all-regional player last year and averaged 19 points a game. So you brought him over here, and he came over here for a reason, and you're expecting him to keep those kind of numbers working for you here as this season goes on. That's why you really looked for him and recruited him as a transfer student. Tomorrow afternoon, though, you're going to get a Miami University Middletown team that really gave Great Lakes Christian everything they wanted here on October the 29th here just a couple nights ago.
Tied at the half.
Yep, 44-44 at half, and they went down basically 36-30 in the second half and down totally 80-74. And it looks like tomorrow you've got one name you're going to call an awful lot, and that appears to be Kadar Gardner. Gardner was 8 for 18 from the floor the other night, 4 for 8 from behind the arc, and 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Also ended up with a couple of steals, couple of assists, and 3 rebounds on the evening as well. So I would think he and Sean Caldwell, between the two of those guys, they had 34 of the 77 points the other night. And then they look like they have the ability to spread that scoring out over several different players, because they had 1, 2, 3, it looks like 11 guys score the other day against this Great Lakes Christians team. So should be an interesting afternoon for you at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon between you and Randy Roberts to see exactly what goes on and who does end up winning that ball game tomorrow night and tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. And you're hopeful maybe that the Jackets can kind of find a couple things that they can tweak overnight and really have a situation tomorrow where they can give this team from Middletown a run for their money at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, just kind of looking at the stats from that game between Miami Middletown and Great Lakes Christian, they only got 18 bench points in that game too.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You know, they shot a little bit better from the free throw line, 22 of 30. Didn't shoot particularly well from 3, 4 of 15, and shot about 50% from the floor, though. 50% from the floor, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. You're not going to be at all complaining much at all if you can hit 50% from the floor on any basketball game, no doubt about that.
One stat that is not on there that's what I was kind of toggling up and down for, is I was looking for points in the paint.
Yeah.
To see what the difference was, because they were plus 12 tonight against the Jackets. Did not see anything as far as points in the paint goes. That was a stat that was obviously kept, but not tracked on the stat sheet that we have right here.
Yep, no doubt.
From Great Lakes Christian. So Yeah, so it's hard to tell kind of what the points in the paint were for that, but again, Miami did a pretty good job the other night. Kept it close at halftime, outscored by 6 in the second half, but they handled business pretty well as far as the bench scoring goes, and that's again, it's something the Jackets are going to have to get used to. Basically you're starting all over. Because not only in terms of roster and the roster makeup, but also the fact that you now make the switch to NAIA.
Yeah.
So you're seeing, it's no longer HCAC teams coming in here every Wednesday and Saturday. This is, a whole new set of teams, new matchups, new rivalries getting born, new players to see. And in some cases, you'll have recruits that, you have some familiarity with. Some schools are far enough away that you're not going to be recruiting for those same players.
Yeah.
So you're going to be seeing a lot of these guys for the first time. So it's early in the season. You might have some film on some players, but for the most part, it's going to be more a case where this is the first time I'm seeing these players, and it's with these kind of tournament games. It may be the only time you see them this year. So that's kind of our matchup for tomorrow, but tonight 77-65 was your final. One more time for Jim Funderburg. I'm Jim Bellamy. Want to thank Eric Herman for the production. Want to thank Don Malenga for running the cameras. And for Defiance College, as always, want to thank Tiffany Selhorst and Garrett Mansfield for their graciousness and hospitality. 77-65 your final. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.